let's start over and regroup. I got a couple notes real quick. Basically, you've got 4 blockers on each team, and you've got 2 jammers who are the point scorers on each team. The object of the blockers, of course, is to help their jammer through and also keep the opposing jammer from getting through. So they've got 2 jobs to do. Okay. And we do run a positional play where you've got your pivot in the front. The pivot wears the striped helmet. In theory, they're the kind of control of the pack. You know, they kind of watch the speed, they communicate to their teammates. They're allowed to move through and block, but really their job is kind of to control the front.
So how do you gain points?
Once the jammers get through on their first pass, there's no points scored. But the first jammer that gets through becomes lead jammer. Okay. And the advantage to that is the lead jammer can call off the 2-minute jam at any time during that 2 minutes they want. Unless they get a major penalty, they remain lead jammer throughout the 2 minutes.
My derby name, my rock star name is Minnie Driver.
Minnie Driver. And what's your real name then?
Anastasia. I play pivot primarily.
Explain to me pivot. What do you do?
I'm a blocker. If needed, I can become a jammer, or if needed, I can take penalties for our team. Okay. If I'm the pivot, I tend to be the director of what's going on, paying attention to all the plays that are taking place and telling my team what to do.
Okay.
So
your goal is to keep the other jammer out, right?
Keep the other jammer out and get our jammer through. It was originally, back in the 70s, there was more, what we call Brawl and Betty style derby, okay, where you can, execute illegal moves that are not accepted in flat track derby. But, like elbows to the face and punching girls out on the track, that's unsportsmanlike. That's not what we condone in flat track derby, but it is hard work. You will get beat up out here, but it's more or less because you fall on the floor, because you get bonked around, but we're not fighting on each other, hand and fist. It's a full contact sport, more like football, more like, hockey. It's a little bit different for every league, but our team offers a couple of practices for free. You come out and you'll be greeted by the team. We put you in some borrowed pads, we put you in some borrowed skates, unless you have your own. You don't have to have prior skating. I didn't. I wasn't a skater. We have awesome skating coaches. We help you from the ground up and bring you out here, and you pass a minimum skills test. Once you've passed your minimum skills test, then you're eligible to become rostered.
There you go. Your legal blocking zones are from your shoulders down to your hips. Pretty much like if you drew an oval around your side. Okay. You can't hit straight center or straight back. You can't come into someone's chest directly up. Everything is pretty much here, back to your shoulder blade. And if you notice why they're hitting, they'll use shoulders to hit in, they'll come in and hit with their hips. There's minor calls and there's major calls. Like say I come in and I hit you and I kind of press off with my elbow, I might get a minor elbow for that. Okay. Maybe a major if I push you out of bounds and you fall. That comes into a lot of strategy, keeping people in the box, slowing the game down, killing the clock, stuff like that. And that's where our team's at right now, basically in our career, is starting to learn strategy.
My real name is Amy Scott. My derby name's Criminally Insane.
So, okay, no offense, but you're tiny. So, what the heck? I see you out there.
It's an advantage for me because I'm tiny. I can get through tiny holes. I can just get through them a lot faster than I would if I was bigger.
What does a jammer do?
Basically, we go through to score the points. You go through the pack once, and then once you get through, you're able to score points. So you're kind of in control. I was actually here for my daughter's friend's birthday party, and they were trying to form a team, and they asked me if I wanted to come check it out. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm so little, it's kind of scary. And I started watching it, and I came and tried a couple practices, and then I've been an addict ever since.
So you're a mother?
Yes.
How many kids do you have?
I have 2.
And what do they think? Do they come out and watch?
They're my biggest fans. I have an 11-year-old and a 5-year-old, and they always sit right there, and they have special CI shirts, and they're yelling and cheering for me, go Mama! So
it's come a long ways in the past 8 years. And now men's derby's getting big. We've got junior girls coming up. I'm sure junior boys will be not too far behind. And people predict that this sport won't last long. Other people predict it'll go on a long time. It just kind of depends on where, I think, the governing bodies of roller derby. There's 2 of them right now. You got WFDA and you got USARS getting into it, where they take it, if they'll allow sponsors to come in and really promote it.